In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. And for the most part, it's the same when it comes to crime and just about any other law, right, on the planet. But it seems that in San Marcos, Texas, it don't work that way. And for proof, you can look no further than this man, Jason Tarr. He is a 3-time DUI offender who is still free out on the streets to chug liquor all day long with his pals and just get on behind the wheel. And wouldn't you know it, he did it again. DUI. And this time it cost Nancy Sterling Dalton her life. Witnesses say that 37-year-old drunk weaved over onto the shoulder of the road, kept on swerving until he went right on, head on, into Dalton's car, killing her. Nancy was just coming home from the gym that night because she was trying to get ready for her daughter's wedding, of course. That daughter's wedding was coming up in less than 2 weeks.
She was working out to fit into her wedding dress, and when something just randomly out of the blue completely shatters your life and your family, you never get over it.
And that is the understatement. Initially, Tarr was only charged with intoxication manslaughter in her death, but the prosecutors decided to add a murder charge because of his 3 previous DUI convictions. He went on trial, and it was a quickie. Jurors took only about 10 hours to decide he was guilty as charged. But what has the family of Nancy Sterling Dalton really upset isn't just the fact that his sentence is just 20 years, he'll get out in 10. They're upset that Tarr was allowed to go home after the guilty verdict and before his sentencing. That is rare. And during that time, he was allowed to spend Mother's Day with his mother. And that is something that Nancy will never have with her family. Nancy Sterling Dalton's family will never celebrate Mother's Day with her. Amber McKee is Nancy's daughter, and she joins me live from Las Vegas. Amber, it is astounding that this man was out on the road. Is there something about Texas that I don't understand, that someone can have 3 DUIs and still be free to go out on the road, absolutely hammered, and do what he did to your mom?
No, it was surprising to me when I found out shortly after my mom was murdered how many DUIs he had, and it was my understanding he got out of some as well.
So let me just I want to show our viewers, Amber, so they are crystal clear on the infractions of Jason Tarr. In 2001, he pleaded no contest to driving while intoxicated. In 2002, that's just what, let's put this up on the screen. See if we can just take a look at it. Not his picture, his rap sheet. No, unfortunately we don't have it, but I'll just read it for you. In 2002, yet again, no contest, driving while intoxicated. 1 year later, 2003, no contest, driving while intoxicated. 1 year later, 2004, guilty, driving while license suspended. So how was he out on the street? I mean, did the prosecutors help you and your family get through this and understand why you had to be in this circumstance, why it took the death of your mother to finally put this man behind bars?
The prosecutors were quite surprised as well that he had such a long rap sheet, which is one of the reasons that they aggressively pursued the murder conviction. When they started digging into his history, they found that not only did he have previous DUIs, he had been in several accidents while intoxicated, found on the side of the road by police officers, drunk, passed out in his car, and the police officers had to actually sandwich his car between cop cars to wake him up because they were afraid he would roll and hit someone else. One of his DUIs was in the neighborhood that my mom was actually murdered in, where he was in another accident and was taken away via ambulance from that accident and charged with a DUI at the hospital.
Looks like a pretty clean living guy in the pictures. You know, we show the pictures of him. He's got the suit on. He's got the kid, and yet there is all that awful background to him. I want to ask you about the people who showed up for him not only at court, outside the courtroom, but on the internet as well. I mean, it was a bit weird to see that this man had a huge core of support.
Turn around!
Yeah, very two-faced person. I believe that he gave people a presence of someone that was very successful, giving in the community, but he, behind the scenes, was a very terrible person. It seems that even when I was talking to him and saying that, you know, you killed my mom during allocution, he was, and I said, you put us all through this, you could have pled, and he truly believed he could not have pled. That, and when I looked at him, it was obvious to me that his face in front of his family was more important than anything else.
I mean, look at our banner, fourth DUI. I am a forgiving person, Amber, and I can only imagine you are as well. I am not here to destroy, you know, his family, but for God's sake, honestly, fourth DUI, and now he'll go away because your mom ultimately had to pay the price. It's appalling. It's absolutely appalling. I am very sorry, Amber. I am very sorry that you've had to go through this. But I guess there is just slight justice in that he will be, he'll be spending the better part of his life now behind bars. Thank you for being here tonight. Amber McKee joining me live tonight. Unbelievable. So there is this video that we